Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps, and I'm joined now with the big man himself, Eddie Hearn. How are you?
Very well, yourself?
Good.
You're looking a lot more dressed up than yesterday. Obviously, you in your tracksuit yesterday. Shout out to Box Raw.
Yeah.
I haven't got a Box Raw tracksuit. Can I have a Box Raw tracksuit, please?
Really? You would think of all people they'd be trying to send you one.
They've got a double XL. They look a bit fitted. It's not really
They
my
are.
style. Do you know when I wear a tracksuit, people go, fucking hell. Sorry. Eddie Hearn's wearing a tracksuit. It's like, all right, you always wear a tracksuit.
Why are you all of a sudden censored with your cursing?
Oh, yes, I don't know. Oh, backdrop's coming down. Okay.
How are you? How are you doing?
Doing well. I'm excited for these next 2 weeks. Obviously, a big show here on Saturday. Dillian Whyte against Lucas Brown, and then the big one next week. Joshua against Parker. Brilliant fight. Can't wait.
Now, I know I got to ask you about it because it's trending at the moment. Everybody's wondering. Dana White wants your man.
I know. Dana White's going to get knocked out. I ain't joking. It came up on the Showtime call last night. It was funny. Joshua didn't really get it. He's like, Dana White's rumoured, he could make you an offer.
Yeah.
He said, no, I'm not really interested in the UFC. He went, no, to do boxing. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, right, yeah, okay. He said, well, I'll ride with Eddie. They can talk. So we'll see. Everybody will want to make Joshua an offer. And many or most have. You know what I mean? He's the biggest star in world boxing. So
Do you feel a bit like, kind of like if it, just
Get off my
hypothetically speaking, like if that was your woman, like, why are you trying to come on to my woman right now?
it might have a legal problem, but no, it's just I'm interested to sign Conor McGregor. If it meant that I was going to, approaching him was going to put me in trouble,
Yeah.
then obviously you wouldn't. But if someone asked me, are you interested to make Conor McGregor an offer? Yeah, of course. What Anthony has got is total ownership of everything he does.
Yeah.
So, he owns the entire show. Every cent that comes in through the gate, through the pay-per-view, for the international TV, for the sponsorship. And, when you start putting that forward to fight, it's a bit like Conor McGregor. If Conor McGregor had a chance to actually earn what was in the pot when he fights, he would be all over it. And, imagine going to Conor McGregor and saying, right, you keep all the pay-per-view, you keep all the gate receipts, I'll work for you. Because the UFC is a different model. And I'm not saying their boxing model is going to be like that, but it's very much about ownership. You wear this. These are your sponsors. This is who you're fighting.
Right.
That don't sit well with Anthony Joshua. So it doesn't mean that, as AJ said, I'm up for sitting down with Dana White. If it's just a case of him wanting to nick him, obviously I'm not going to sit down with him. But I admire Dana White, what he's done with the UFC, and like Anthony, I like talking to people because I like to take in knowledge and information, and just like I'd sit down with Bob Arum or Al Heyman or the guys who I put in the same kind of level.
You wouldn't be bothered at all if AJ sat down with Dana White.
Not really, no.
You're one confident man, Hearn.
But if you're comfortable with a bit like a relationship, you know what I mean? Like, I put it like this, Michelle. Someone, you're in a relationship, right? And this guy, something comes up where there's a good opportunity, and he sits down with a girl, and you're like, what's sitting there? But if you believed in your relationship and you were comfortable in yourself and your position, you wouldn't really care, would you? But what?
I'm a woman, of course I care.
Yeah, maybe you're right. As a bad example, but it's like Anthony would like to learn about the UFC model, and because he talks to everyone. People say to me, "Oh, I know Anthony spoke to so-and-so." Yeah, he speaks to people for hours because that's how he gains his knowledge and information. So, if he sat down with Dana, he'd tell me. I wouldn't say, don't. Like, he's coming to Cardiff next week with a stadium. I'm not saying, don't let Dana in. Don't let him anywhere. It's like...
Don't give him any access.
Exactly. No, but it's I'm easy. If there's an opportunity for Anthony and it works, I would never turn it down. It's a bit like the series, World Boxing Super Series. There are promoters out there that are stopping their fighters from going in it. I've already put 3 in. I'm looking to put more in.
Yeah.
Like, if it's a good opportunity for them and we can make some money as well, no problem.
That's quite interesting, Hearn. I'm not going to lie.
Probably a bit different, but
Definitely different. You're a confident businessman.
What can I say?
Well, Anthony obviously gave his loyalty to you. He said verbally that he plans to stay with Matchroom, but not just Matchroom Boxing, but he wants a part
That's binding.
of the...
That's binding. For 10 years, yeah.
But he really wants a part of Matchroom sport.
Yeah.
The overall bigger picture here.
Yeah, maybe not. But we people don't realise we do a lot of business together. in boxing, out of boxing. We're talking about projects all the time to work on. He's a bright guy. And he knows the Matchroom business, the foundations of it, how it's come through our family and what we're all about. We're not a board of directors or backed by investors, or we're just through my old man, a self-made, massive global company now. And we do what we want. We don't listen to anybody else. We don't, like I said, we don't have a board of directors. We don't have shareholders. We make our own decisions, and we value our relationships. We're very loyal. We're very trustworthy, and that's why we're in a great position. And that's why I'm comfortable, because it's it's not like, oh, do you think he'll stay? Do you think it's just I know that we had him from the debut, and I believe we'll have him to his very last fight.
Eddie, would you ever consider sort of going into that whole MMA thing, the scene?
It's all about broadcaster opportunities and talent. I mean, if I signed, and we talked about Conor McGregor, I could probably own MMA, but that would give you an opportunity. See, like a bit like Dana, if he got a Floyd or a Joshua, he could go and get some TV dates. But at the moment, he can't get a TV dates for his UFC. So I can't get TV dates for my MMA because it doesn't actually exist. It's just Eddie Hearn going, yeah, give me some MMA dates. I don't really know what I'm doing here, but anyway, I'm a good boxing promoter. So if I had one of our broadcast partners that said, would you be interested in promoting some MMA events? I might look at it. But until I had a fighter that came to me, a UFC fighter or an MMA fighter, and said, would you be interested in signing me? That's when you could start building a brand and going to broadcasters, because without dates and without talent, you're irrelevant. Doesn't matter how good a promoter you are. I'm a good promoter because I've got Sky, because I've got relationships with HBO, Showtime, even Top Rank and ESPN, and I've got an unbelievable talent pool of fighters. So, but I'm also good at my job, I believe. But like anything in MMA, if you've got TV dates, if you've got the talent, anybody can do it. How well you can do it is the argument.
Right. Eddie, why do you feel that... I want to be careful how I say this. Why do you think that you are a hot topic in terms of what other promoters have to say about you? Do you think age is a factor here, because you're young, you're vibrant, you bring a new sort of like a new style, and
I think I'll stop you there before you get any bigger hole. I just think I'm probably quite annoying to these guys, because if I was an old school promoter, I would look at me and I'd be like, what's this fucking muppet know? So that's how they do look at me. I mean, I think if my dad wasn't my dad, he would probably hate me if he was still in the business. Warren hates me but all I'm doing is probably what Frank did 20 years ago, which was to go in and change the system, which was people who were controlling the sport, who had really a monopoly on the sport. We just came in and said, not anymore, and we're going to take control and ownership of the sport. You never have complete control or ownership of boxing. People say, oh, Matchroom have got a monopoly in the UK. You can't. How can you have a monopoly when you've got 5, 6 other promoters? You've got 5 or 6 other broadcasters showing boxing. There's a difference between a monopoly and being the best. So we're the best. We don't have a monopoly.
Yeah.
So when you talk about other promoters, why they dislike me, probably because I'm a bit younger, much better looking. But on a serious note, bit flash, outspoken. We've got a great business. I ain't got to lie to you. I'll tell you the truth. People say to me, oh, do you mind if I ask you about... Ask me whatever you want.
Yeah. No, you're very unfiltered. We can appreciate that.
It doesn't care. You're just going to get the truth. It might not be what you like, and that's why when I talk about AJ, that's the truth. No problem. So they don't like the fact that I sometimes tell the truth, that I'm a little bit different. They probably hate the fact that I'm filling arenas. And now you've got me coming into America. We're going to have dates announced soon for our new deal over there. It's going to drive everyone crazy. But that's how it is. If you believe
ruffle some feathers.
No, but if you believe in yourself, you don't care about what I'm saying. Why would you care what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's people, old school people like Lou DiBella, like Shirley Winkle. You know, it drives them nuts. They should just relax and understand that I'm making them relevant. The old school people, I'm making them relevant again by talking about them, by trying to, you know, it's just a game. All the world's a stage. So everybody were just muppets and puppets in the world of boxing. You're Michelle Phelps. Hey, fight fans! You know, like you're your own character. I'm Eddie Hearn. I'm Lou DiBella. Fucking yo, fuck. You know, I'm Shirley Winkle. Wow, wow. You know, like so everybody's a character. But that's how you grow a sport, especially with the fighters, because just like we're just pawns in the game. All of us who are involved in the boxing world. Peter Nelson, Stephen Espinoza.
Yeah.
They're all characters. So don't be offended by someone's interpretation of your character. You're important to the mix. And when we make the fight, like when we make Wilder against Joshua, me against Lou DiBella or me against Shirley Winkle is going to
build.
Yeah, and it's going to be part of the fight, the atmosphere, the build. You know, the Hollywood. And it's just the game. It's it's a sport, but it's entertainment.
It's the storyline, building the storyline.
But you have to understand, that's the problem in America. These guys, they're all characters. You know them, right? They're all hilarious, or they've got great stories. No one knows them. No one knows the stories. No one knows the personalities. It's a bit like Terence Crawford. I was in LA, I was talking to him. He's hilarious. He's really funny. And I said to him, you've actually got a personality. He's like, what? Fuck you. You know, but I said, what? Why don't you do more? I was telling him about some of our welterweights. He went, I'll crush them. These guys, they ain't got shit on me. I went, do that on TV.
Yeah.
He's like, no, what? I said, but it's the promoter's job to bring that out in the fighter. And you've got to have an opinion of these guys. Can be they're flash, or they're the quiet man, or he's completely nuts. Not just, oh yeah, I know him. Like, you know? So people have got opinions on you. And sometimes you take it too personally.
You think so?
Badly. I see you on social media. Don't worry about what people say. Fuck them. Don't matter. You know, you get on with your life, and at the end of the day, what are they doing? Nothing at all. How many people would love to be flying around the world interviewing fighters like you? How many people would love to be filling the O2 or going to Cardiff next week for my guy, Anthony Joshua, fighting for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world? Suck my nuts. You ain't doing it, so be quiet. Either want to watch it or you don't want to watch it. That's what you should say. Be quiet. Stop it. Back in your box. You know.
Can you tweet for me?
They ain't got a tweet for you. Don't even worry about it. You
Yeah.
shouldn't even look at them.
Yeah.
It's about feedback. It's my job to look at the feedback of the fans. Doesn't mean I don't respect their opinions and take it in. But I can't let the negativity of someone dampen my desire for what I do. Otherwise, you're never going to win, are you?
A lot of people, and I speak on behalf of a lot of people who started on YouTube. Obviously, I started YouTube doing other things, but I'm still here. This is still my base. This is my baby.
Now you're here. Yeah.
Basically, and yet you still have people who want to write off what we do for the sport. But you, my friend, have always supported those who have been in YouTube. You've always made time for us. You've always helped us.
Well, look at the queue here. Look, you know, well, we were all finished, and I got another hour to because at the end of the day, you've travelled here. You come from America. Oh, who am I to say? Oh no, sorry guys, I'm all talked out. I'm tired. You know, that's what you have to do. So it's part of the job. Sometimes I don't really want to talk to you, Michelle. I'll be honest with you. I'm tired. But that's what I do. If I don't do an interview with you, I'm not really doing my job, am I? I'm here to promote the show. I'm a puppet. I'm a muppet. I'm a wanker. Whatever you want to call me. But my job is to get you interested in the fight or talk passionately about something I believe in. So that's what I'm going to do. But if you believe in something, if you like talking about it, it's not really a job.
Yeah.
You know, they say if you find a job you love to do, you never have to work another day in your life. It's a very true saying. And I love boxing, and I love what I do. Doesn't mean I want to talk like for 24 hours a day, but generally I do. Yeah. But again, the negativity, I was talking to AJ about it yesterday actually, and he just says like if you listen to the negativity, you're never going to achieve anything. Because how can you, when you've got someone in your ear saying this and that, just focus on what you want to do, and this applies for everything in life. Focus on what you want to do and go for it, and have that determination. Don't worry about outside things. You can't ignore what people say, but you either come off social media and you don't listen to it, or you say, I don't give a fuck what you say. I'm going to do what I believe in, and I'm not going to stop till I find happiness, because life's about being happy. It's not about being sad or worrying about what people say, or who said that, or who said that. It's about finding happiness in whatever you do. Life lessons with Eddie Hearn.
Jesus, you just straight preached to me right now. I feel like I need to go home and pray right now. I just need to pray. Look, Eddie, I know you got other people waiting for you. Thank you so much for your time. I know there's so much more I want to ask you because I could sit here forever and pick your brain, but I'm not going to be an asshole to these people. So
Okay, no
I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Thank you so much for your time.
No worries.
Bye, Fight fans. Hey, Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you do so by clicking this icon right here, or else